What's up, Rich Squad? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, and it's episode 5 of my summer transfer talk show, where I talk about 3 or 4 players and where they will possibly end up during the summer transfer window. Well, in today's video, I want to talk about 4 players. Ferland Mendy of Lyon, his possible move to Real Madrid. The deal is said to be almost done. Eden Hazard, his move from Chelsea to Real Madrid, a deal that is said to be announced pretty soon. Christian Eriksen, his potential move from Tottenham Hotspur to Real Madrid as well. And James Maddison of Leicester City linked with 4 of England's biggest clubs. So since it's a time-sensitive issue for at least 2 of these players, Ferland Mendy and Eden Hazard, I won't make this video super long. I'll just talk about the players and if I think the move is good for the player and if it will actually happen. So let's talk about the first player on the list, the 23-year-old left back Ferland Mendy of Olympique Lyon. He will be 24 on Saturday, so who knows, maybe he will get an early birthday present by being announced as a Real Madrid player, maybe today or tomorrow. So let's talk about this player. Let us talk about this player. And I have a question for you. Have you ever heard or seen this player? Because if you haven't, you need to go on YouTube and search Ferland Mendy and you will be damn impressed. Mendy was scooped up by Olympique Lyon in the 2017-18 season from Le Havre for 5 million euros, and this season he has been magnificent. In 44 appearances, he racked up 3 goals and provided 3 assists. And in his debut season at Lyon, he made 35 appearances, providing 4 assists. But these numbers does not tell the true story of what Ferland Mendy is capable of. I haven't really seen much of Ferland Mendy because I don't watch the league on, but when he featured versus Manchester City in last season's Champions League in Olympique Lyon's win at the Etihad, the world was impressed with Ferland Mendy. He was even linked to Manchester City. And yesterday I went on YouTube, I searched Ferland Mendy, I watched the video and I was like, wow. No wonder he is called the Kylian Mbappe of defenders, because Ferland Mendy is fast, he can dribble, the man is swift. He is two-footed. I saw him shoot with his left, I saw him shoot and pass with his right. And I think he will be a great asset to any club. I was watching the video and I'm reacting and I'm like, wow. And my wife is asking me what happened. I'm like, I'm watching this guy called Ferland Mendy and I'm impressed. I'm freaking impressed. No wonder Real Madrid are going in for this kid. He is brilliant. And you know what was also going through my mind while watching that Ferland Mendy video? I was thinking, Ferland Mendy may be better than Benjamin Mendy, because he's obviously fitter than Benjamin Mendy. He is faster than Benjamin Mendy. He can dribble better than Benjamin Mendy. And the only thing I see that Benjamin Mendy got over him is his crosses. And maybe Benjamin Mendy's defensive side of the game is stronger, but Ferland Mendy's defensive side of the game is also very, very good. So I really like this move and I do think it's gonna happen. Real Madrid is rumored to pay 50 million euros for him, and according to the French outfit L'Equipe, it is said that he has already completed a Real Madrid medical and he has signed a 6-year deal that would see him at the club until 2025. So I really like this move and I do think it will happen and it will be announced pretty soon. I like it. So all the best Ferland Mendy at Real Madrid. It seems like Zinedine Zidane is really going hard to put Real Madrid back on top of Europe, because these signings are getting ridiculous now, right? So Ferland Mendy for 50 million. We have Eden Militao also 50. You have the Brazilian youngster Rodrigo 45 million. You have Luka Jovic 60 million. You have Eden Hazard coming in. You have Christian Eriksen you're linked to, Pogba linked to. It's getting ridiculous. It seems like a few players may be out the door for Real Madrid. But with Ferland Mendy coming in, he will be good competition for Marcelo, who has been at the club for a very long time. He could also be Marcelo's backup or his replacement if he picks up an injury. But I do think Marcelo will remain Real Madrid's #1 left back. Also, Sergio Reguilon may go out on loan. You saw him feature last season and he was quite impressive. So I don't think that Real Madrid would keep all three left backs at the club. So Reguilon may go out and Mendy should come in. So I wish him all the best at Real Madrid. And I also forgot to mention that Ferland Mendy has been capped twice by France. So Didier Deschamps has been paying attention and the world will soon know who is Ferland Mendy. He is really good. Let us move on to the next player on the list, and he is another good one, and that's James Maddison of Leicester City. So James Maddison, the 22-year-old Leicester City central attacking midfielder who was signed from Norwich City last season for £20 million. He is really good. He is good. No wonder he is linked to 4 of England's top clubs: Tottenham, Man City, Man United, and of course Liverpool. And you may ask, who is James Maddison? I never heard of this player. But if you have never heard of James Maddison, you will soon know who he is, because I don't think he will stay at Leicester for another season unless Leicester wants to be difficult and raise his price sky high and all the suitors drop out. In his debut Premier League season for Leicester City, he made 36 appearances, scoring 7 goals and providing 7 assists. He created the most chances in the league with 100. So that's more than Eden Hazard, more than Ryan Fraser, more than Bernardo Silva or David Silva. That's quite impressive for your first season in the Premier League. And during the 2018-19 season, James Maddison scored some of the most mouth-watering free kicks you can ever see. So he is a dead ball specialist and will be an asset to one of England's premier club. So let's talk about the clubs he is linked to. Let's start with my club, Manchester City. Do we need a James Maddison? Of course we need a player like James Maddison. With David Silva aging, with Kevin De Bruyne not 100% fit, with Ilkay Gundogan possibly moving on, Fernandinho up there in age as well, we need midfielders. Not that he plays as a number 6, but we need midfielders. And if you can get English talent as well, that's a plus. So James Maddison will be a really good fit at Manchester City. There's also Phil Foden there, and there's also Bernardo Silva who could play in the midfield, but a deep squad is very, very good to have. We saw what happened last season. If we didn't have a deep squad, we would have came in second in the Premier League. And also, you know, there's a Champions League, FA Cup, League Cup. There's opportunities for James Maddison at Manchester City. Will he sign to Manchester City? I don't think so. I don't think so. He is worth around 60 to 70 million pounds. That's maybe the asking price by Leicester City. They don't want to sell, but if the price is right, they will part ways. That means that they will make a 45 to 50 million pound profit in one season. So why not? Why not? But will he go to Manchester City? In my opinion, I don't think so. Let's move over to the red side of Manchester, Manchester United. This is a player I see going to Man United. He is English. He may have dreamt of playing for Man United when he was a little boy. And if they come calling, I think he may go because they might splash out the most cash. And with the team rebuilding, with Paul Pogba possibly moving on, and Herrera has already moved on, I think. And there's opportunities to play at United. So I could definitely see him going to United over Manchester City. Let us move on to the next club, Tottenham Hotspur. Will he go to Tottenham? It's possible. With Christian Eriksen possibly moving on, I could definitely see a guy like James Maddison going to Tottenham. Tottenham is already linked to another midfielder, Giovanni Lo Celso. They have already put in a bid for him, so we are just waiting to see how that pans out. But I think if they could add another player like James Maddison to their squad, it will be a really, really good look, and it will help them challenge for the Premier League next season and also challenge for the Champions League once again. And let's talk about the last club he is linked to, Liverpool. Now, this is a club I can definitely see him going to more than Tottenham. and more than Manchester City. So I see him going to either Man United or Liverpool here, because Liverpool really needs creative players in the middle of the field. Naby Keita is not 100% fit. Jordan Henderson is a more defensive style player. We know Fabinho is defensive. Wijnaldum is a very quiet operator. We have Adam Lallana at the club as well, and he is aging. He may be out the door. And a player like James Maddison will fit Liverpool very, very well. Just think about it, guys. You just think about it. So I think he could possibly be moving to Liverpool or Manchester United. But I really admire this player. I noticed him since the beginning of the season. He slotted right into this Leicester team, coming up from the Championship and becoming one of the first names on the list. It tells that you are a quality player. So where do you think James Maddison will end up? Where will he play his football next season? Will he stay at Leicester City, or will he move on to City, United, Liverpool, or Tottenham? So let's move on to the next player on the list, Christian Eriksen. I want to talk briefly about Eriksen because his situation is still building up. He is worth 85 million euros. Tottenham Hotspur player. He moved to the Premier League in the 13-14 season from Ajax, and he has been trophyless ever since. So he would want to get his ass up out of Tottenham if he wants to win anything, because Tottenham seems like they're not a club that is about winning trophies. Last season, they showed that by not spending a single penny, even though they got to the Champions League, but still. But you would have been a crazy man to actually predict Tottenham to win the Champions League over Liverpool after what Liverpool did versus Barcelona. I did not predict Tottenham to win the Champions League. They had a chance, but I didn't think they were going to win it. So Eriksen featured in that final, and he has been a great servant to Tottenham Hotspur over the years, and he has expressed his desire to leave the club. He will not spend another season at Tottenham Hotspur. Christian Eriksen is a quality player, if not close to world class. He is capped 87 times by Denmark, and last season in 51 appearances he scored 10 goals and providing 17 assists in all competitions. He is currently linked to Real Madrid. Will this happen? Will this happen? It's hard to say because Real Madrid has been spending a lot of money as of late. Luka Jovic, 60 million, Rodrigo, 45 million, Eder Militao, 50 million, Ferland Mendy they're linked to, 60 million, 50 to 60 million, then Eden Hazard, 100 million, and now Christian Eriksen, he may be worth around 80 million. I don't think they will pay 100+ million for Eriksen. It is said that Daniel Levy wants 130 million euros for Christian Eriksen, but I don't think Real Madrid are gonna pay that type of money for a 27-year-old midfielder. It could happen. I'm just saying it won't happen. I don't think they will pay that much because the money they have been spending, they have to let go of a few players if they are to accommodate a signing like Christian Eriksen. Firstly, Real Madrid may get rid of one or two midfielders. Who will they be? Will it be Isco or Luka Modric? Could we see Toni Kroos going out the door? I don't see Kroos leaving, but I see one of Modric or Isco leaving the club this summer to make way for Eriksen if he is going to go to Real Madrid. I don't see it any other way. There's also Dani Ceballos at the club. He may have to make way if a player like Christian Eriksen come in. So I think Real Madrid will have to sell a player in order to bring in Christian Eriksen. There's also Gareth Bale rumored to leave the club. He might definitely leave the club this summer. So in order to accommodate all these signings, I see a lot of players leaving Real Madrid and these players coming in. So do I think the Christian Eriksen deal to Real Madrid will happen? Is he linked to any other clubs? Maybe Man United? Could we see him going to Man United? Oh, maybe not, but you never know. Do I see this Real Madrid deal happening? I do see it happening. I think it can happen. Matter of fact, I'm 50-50 on this right now. I have to wait and see and have to let it develop some more, but I could definitely see it happen. But with a player like Luka Modric or Isco leaving Real Madrid. And the last player on the list is the 28-year-old Belgian captain Eden Hazard. Chelsea to Real Madrid, 100 million euros. The deal is all but done. According to The Guardian, the deal is all but done. The Chelsea player has won the Europa League twice, the Premier League twice. He has won the FA Cup, PFA Player of the Year. He has been simply amazing for Chelsea since his move from Lille back in 2012-13. He has been one of their best players and he will go down as a Chelsea legend. The left winger made 52 appearances this season in all competitions, scoring 21 goals and providing 17 assists. Those are very solid numbers, but Hazard has been linked to a move out of Chelsea for quite a while and he has expressed his desire to play for Real Madrid, with his brother Torgan Hazard already moving from Borussia Mönchengladbach to Borussia Dortmund and his other brother Kylian Hazard moving from Chelsea to Cercle Brugge. So I definitely see Eden Hazard going to Real Madrid. The deal is all but done. It will probably be announced like in a few hours or a day or two, the most. But Eden Hazard will sign for Real Madrid this summer. It is going to happen. The 4-1 win in the Europa League final seems to be Hazard's parting gift to Chelsea and their fans, and he will continue his playing career at Real Madrid. Hazard will be missed at Chelsea, and with last season's departure of Cristiano Ronaldo, Real Madrid can finally replace their left winger. Not that he is gonna provide the goals like Ronaldo did, but he will provide the quality and the experience more over than a guy like Vinicius Jr., who could be looked at as a more long-term solution because he is still a teenager. To be honest, guys, I really like this Eden Hazard to Real Madrid move. I wish him all the best and he will truly be missed by all Premier League fans, especially the Chelsea fans. Real Madrid will look really good next season with the likes of Luka Jovic, Eden Hazard, possibly Christian Eriksen. We have Ferland Mendy, Rodrigo coming in, Vinicius Jr. when he comes back from injury, and Eder Militao, just to name a few. It seems like Zidane means business and he is going for the La Liga trophy next season and maybe the Champions League as well. So it's gonna be one interesting 2019-20 season, especially if all these transfers happen. So guys, that brings you to an end of the 5th episode of Summer Transfers. I'm your boy Dominic Rich, and if you're new around here, consider hitting the subscribe button. Don't forget to leave the video a big thumbs up, and in the comment section down below, let me know where you think James Maddison will end up, if you like the sign-ins of Ferland Mendy and Eden Hazard by Real Madrid, and do you think Christian Eriksen will also be a good fit for the club? So guys, thanks for watching again, and until next time, peace out. Rich Squad.